We'll start with strings. This is how you edit a title in strings. I use the hashtags, then you run it. With the strings, so in Python, a string is a data type that represents a sequence of characters. It is used to store and manipulate textual data. I'm gonna think we'll have to move together so that I'll be writing notes here. And at the end of the class, so that everyone can be downloading the notebook by him or herself. So in Python, string. Yes, Kwamboka.
Yes, Tony, I'm not really able to because this the file that you sent, I can't download it. Now that means that if I'm not able to download it and upload it, that means I'm still not able to get what we learned last time. And also there's work today. And also there's no time. Now that means I'll still be lagging behind.
I don't understand why you're not able to download the file.
Hi, Brenda. I had the same issue. Maybe you send it to your own email, then download it. From WhatsApp, it doesn't download.
Because you
If I
you'll
think
have to have WhatsApp web so that you can download it.
I'm using WhatsApp web.
Mine
Okay.
still wouldn't
Okay,
download.
now
Just send it to your email.
Kwamboka, I've shared the link of the current notebook. Just click on it, then it will open, and you'll keep on refreshing to get updates from my side as we move on. Then at the end of the
You've shared
class,
in the group.
I've shared here in the chat of the Meet. It's right here. Almasi, you can also click on the link. Anyone who had an issue with the link, with the download file, notebook file.
Yeah, I had it. I can download it as well.
Yeah, you click here on the link, then you'll get the same information.
Okay.
Then you confirm to me.
Thanks. I have got it.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. So we can move on. Ephraim, confirm.
Yeah, I've clicked on the link. I'm now able to see.
The same thing as in my screen. Okay, let's continue. So as I said, in Python, a string is a data type that represents a sequence of characters. That represents sequence of characters. Someone to mute. It is also used to store and manipulate textual data. In addition, strings are enclosed in a single quotes or double quotes. What I mean by single quotes is the opening and the closing of the quotation mark. Strings are closed in single quotes or double quotes, whichever way that you'll prefer. Strings can contain digits, can contain letters, can contain numbers. In addition, strings can contain digits, letters, and numbers. Refresh so that you can get the same information on your screen. Is it the same? Someone to confirm. Kumbuka. Hello? Hello? Ephraim? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear. I can hear you, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear.
Refresh. You're getting the same thing. I want to confirm. Is it updating? Hmm?
Yeah, it has on my side.
Okay. Okay, strings in Python are also immutable. By immutable, we mean like they cannot be changed, they cannot be edited. Once they are created, that's it. And however, you can perform various operations on the strings to manipulate or extract information from them. So something to note is that strings are immutable, but can be performed operations on them to extract information or add information. Okay. Some common operations and methods you can perform on strings in Python are concatenation, string formatting, accessing characters, string methods, and string length. By string methods, you provide built-in manipulations such as the upper, the lower, the replace, split, and many more. Like for example, the upper is whereby you'll be able to convert a string, for example, when it was in lowercase to uppercase. Something to note here, it's like strings, common functions, common operations, common operations in strings include. Hope you're keeping note on how I'm creating notes in Google Colab. When you want to have a list, you come and click here, numbered list. Okay. Concatenation. Then we have string formatting, and we have number 3, which is accessing characters. Accessing characters. This one is used by indexing. I'll show you how you index. And string length. String length. Okay, then you shift enter. Refresh so that you can get the update. So let's create an example of a string. Comments in Python, you start first with the hashtag in the code. Example of a string. If you don't start with the hashtag, the compiler will assume it's part of the code and it will give you an error. Let's say message. The message is equals to hello world. Hello world. Okay. And print. Then when you call our message, see what we'll get. Message. We'll get hello world. Okay. So that's an example of how you can create a string. You can create a string. Sorry. Okay, sorry for that. Uh, Going down, you can create a multiple messages here, whereby you can say another string. You can name it as a name. Then you can have a name like let's say Brenda. Hope Brenda, you're comfortable me using your name. Then you have to store your data. Then you'll call both Brenda and the message. Then you have to print and call the name. Same to print. It will display hello and Brenda. Any question up to that point? So we move to concatenation. Yes. A question. Yes, Salome.
Okay. My question is,
Mm-hmm.
on the message,
Mm-hmm.
there was like two words. So
Yes.
I'm asking, after hello,
Mm-hmm.
do you close that one with a single quotation
Mm-hmm.
and then a comma,
Mm-hmm.
world, double quotation, or hello was not enclosed? The first place.
Okay. Yeah, we can close. Still the same, you'll get the same message.
Okay.
Mm.
So, if I want to write a statement,
Yes.
like hello world,
Mm-hmm.
like one statement, do I have to put the comma?
No, or you can write it that way. When you call it, it will still give you the same thing. Have you seen?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. On the
Okay,
screen.
so the next question
Mm-hmm.
is now answered. I wanted to ask if spacing has issues, like in other programming languages, you cannot use space bar. But for this one, I think it's working
Yeah, it's okay.
from this
But
one.
you see here, you're trying to define your string. So as long as your
Yes.
strings are enclosed in in either a double or a single quotation mark, it's okay. Won't give you an error.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
And also you can always read the errors. For example, if we don't close it that way, you can always read the errors. Whereby we get an intimated string literal detected at line 2. You can always see here that you did not close your string. Is that okay?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. But and also you've noticed in the first one I used a single quotation, in the second one I used a double quotation. Yes, the next question. Salome, still you. Anyone who had a question? Yes, Salome.
I'm okay.
We move on to concatenation. Concatenation is whereby you combine two strings, give you one string. Concatenation can be done in strings by combining them with the plus operator. Okay. So for example, if you add like a message like the one of hello world, the message which we add there, we can create our own. The greeting Let's create our own. For example, greeting, which is hello. Then okay, a name which is Salome. Then we're trying to print like a message whereby it will display hello Salome. I'll come to a point whereby Salome, whereby how you can put a space in strings. It's simply by putting the double quotation mark, then leaving it blank. And then you're supposed to print a message whereby it says, hello Salome. We'll put the one that you had defined, the first one, which is the greeting, plus, then space, so that you can have a space between hello and Salome. Then we add our name. Okay. So we run our code. Then we're going to call the message. Then we call the message. You get hello Salome. Salome, have you seen whereby the space is coming in when you have two strings that you want to combine?
Yes.
Okay.
But now I would ask, now that we have two strings, now how do you make sure that the double quotation without anything between refers to, for example, the name and not the greeting? If we had more than, for example, more than 3 of them, so how do you make sure that the double quotations without anything in between refers to the one that you want?
So for example, we have three strings.
Yes.
That's what you mean, 3 strings, whereby you want to have space in between the 3 strings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, for example, if we had another character there, a third string.
A third string, let's say age.
Yes.
Okay. Age is let's say age 20. Okay.
And then in the concatenate, I only want maybe hello and Salome without the 20.
Without the
And I
20.
want to use the double quotation. Yes.
And you want the double quotation mark in between.
Yes.
You just want the greeting and the 20, or the greeting and the name.
The greeting and the name, or any can do. Omitting one of the strings.
Yeah, by by defining the type of message you're going to call, it's whereby you add the greeting and the name. So for example, you wanted only the age Salome 20, you could have name and age only. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the console it's only going to print what you've defined here as the message, which it can be anything. Your variable, it can be anything.
Okay.
It can be even student info, anything.
All right, I get it.
Yeah. And a situation whereby, of course, hello Salome without the space. Let's say, for example, if it was like this, then you run. See, the information is displayed weirdly. Hello Salome. Is it a name? Is it a greeting plus a name? Or hello Salome is just a name? But the spacing in between here, it's able to tell us that it's a greeting plus a name. Have you understood?
Yes, understood.
Yeah. And with the double quotation mark, once you've had it, you have to space in between here. for it to identify it as a space. You okay? You'll have a edge here. Then when you come here, now, then you'll have the hello 20. That's it.
All right.
Okay. So you can also use string formatting to embed values within a string using placeholders. One common method is the dot format method, which is used in such operations. So let's say, like for example, okay, let's have first string formatting, string formatting, string formatting. Just to format to format a string within a string parameter, in a string placeholders, I mean, by using the dot format method within a string placeholder by using the dot format method. Okay. So in such a situation is whereby, for example, you have the name and you have the age. You want to print the message whereby it's my name, my age is such and such. It should give you my name is Bob, my name is my age is 30. So for example, you can have here the name Bob, name Bob, age 30, and I want to print a message which is my name is Bob. So you put in my name is Bob as the syntax, then you have the curly brackets there. I am the curly bracket. I don't know why it's giving me an error. Is there a question? Getting a notification. I don't know, I'm getting an error here. Message is equals to the name is curly bracket. Stop. I am curly bracket years old. And yeah. So when you use the dot format, the dot format, defined everything. You can always read the errors first before running your code so that it can be easier. I've defined everything. My name is okay. Dot format, because you're trying to format the name and the age. Dot format name age. then we run it, then we print our message. You should be able to get all that information. Yes, my name is Bob. I am 30 years old. Okay. So the dot format is used to add the information here, which is my name is, and I am dash years old. Questions? Want to move step by step? Questions? Yes. Hello. Okay. So we move forward to accessing characters in Python. So by accessing individual characters in Python, we use the indexing, the one that I was telling you about the other time, that we start indexing characters from 0 and not from 1. So for example, if you want to access a character 4, just the console will read from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So accessing characters in a string in Python is done by indexing. So like for example, we have a word which is Python, and you want to access the character, the letter P in the word Python. We simply come first assign the letter, first assign the index, then call the variable that we had assigned the index, so that we can access the letter P. So for example here, yes, Komboka.
Sorry, Tom, to take you back.
Okay.
What is the difference between the concatenation and this second one, the formatting string?
Formatting. Oh, concatenation is whereby you want to combine two strings. But for
And
formatting is whereby you want to add information. Like for example here, we had the string which is greeting, we had the string which is name, we had a string called age. So the string called greeting was hello, the string called name was Salome, and the string called age was 20. So we want to concatenate greeting and age to get a message. So the message that will be displayed will be both greeting and age, whereby when we call the message, we'll get hello 20. Have you understood? But for
but
format,
also the formatting, we also have the same strings.
mm-hmm,
Name Bob, age 30,
mm-hmm.
and then
But you see, in concatenation, I've not added information, but for formatting, I've added information, which is my name is I am.
okay.
Have you seen that?
I've seen it.
Yeah. So you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we assign, you can say even first underscore letter is equals to word, then you index it with the bracket. Okay. Have you seen the way you index the letter that you are going to call, or the index that you are going to call? Use this word indexing. Indexing is done by the bracket here. So we run our code. I don't know why it's
Tony, mi sijaelewa hapo.
okay. Niulize swali tu. Wapi ulielewa?
Hii ni kama ni formula like umepeana
Any syntax ya
hiyo.
any syntax ya index letters ama strings. Like for example, unaona nimeassign Python to Word. Okay? By assigning Python to Word, the PC has already stored Python as the variable of Word is the variable, Python is the value of the variable. So again, I go and again assign another variable whereby I'm saying I want to access the index 0 of the word Python, which is the index 0 of the word Python. Now, PC knows that I have stored Python in Word. That's why I have to put Word so that I can access the index that it's stored at the placeholder 0 of Python. Have you understood? Such that when I call it so that I can get to see which index is stored in the variable word 0, which index 0 is stored in the variable word, I can able to get P, which is P. A question. Umeelewa? Imekuwa ngumu. Yes, Farah.
Yes, Mwalimu, the way I understand is, for example, you have defined word to equal to Python, right?
Yes.
Then after that, you said in order to retrieve the first letter of Python is equal to word, you have to put what they call bracket in 0. That right?
Yeah. So the bracket in 0 is the you see in indexing of Python, now this P is 0, Y is 1, T is 2, H is 3. We start
So
from 0.
Instead of starting from 1, it starts 0.
It starts from 0. And
that's it.
and for it to identify that it's an indexing, you put the bracket, then the variable where you stored that data or the value. Then you call
So
it.
it's like, I understand. It's like 0, 1 code. If you want to define something,
So
you
for
always start
example,
0, 1.
if we put 1 here, itatupatia Y. If we put
I
1,
totally
it will
understand.
give us Y. If we put 2, it will give us T. Kumbuka. Kwa sawa?
Itakuwa sawa tu tukiendelea.
Get it from here juu kwenda huko mbele kwa machine learning itakuwa shida. Just ask me. Tutashinda tu hapa. Clear, yes?
Now you've already instructed the word to be first letter.
The word.
Now I'm wondering.
Okay.
You've written first letter and then umeandika number 2, number 3. I think umeandika first letter, you've already restricted it to P. Ama your first letter tu ni nini?
No. It can be anything.
For the sake of...
It can be anything.
Okay.
It's a variable. Inaweza kuwa hata letter.
Yeah, I get it.
I
get it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, inaweza kuwa hata letter and it will still give us T. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kumbuka up to that point.
Ati umesema ati hiyo first letter yenye ulikuwa umesema hapo ilikuwa nini?
First letter ni nini tu, ni variable. Nilikuwa nimedefined as word. Word in the index of 0 or in the index of 2.
Can I help explaining to Kwamboka?
Yeah, you can help.
Kwamboka, unakumbuka tukifanya R, we were naming our variables. Alafu Caesar alikuwa anasema like you remember the variable you've named. Sasa hapa ndo hizi sasa tisha na name two variables set yamemaanisha the letter stands for something yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so the variable word stored Python. Unaona? So for me to access an index in the word Python, which is an index 2, which is T, I'll have again to go and define another variable that will store the index of 2 in the word Python, then call that variable to give me what was the index, and what was the value stored there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Farah.
There's a simple way of explaining. Maybe you can use the name Comboka. If word is equals to Comboka, and
Yeah.
you say if you want to retrieve the first letter,
Yeah.
you say I already defined word as a Comboka.
Yeah.
So if I want to get K, I will say since this Python it starts always 0, then 1, 2, 3. Let me get the first letter of Comboka. Then
I think
it's K.
Comboka, you're having trouble here. Sindio, why again I came about to define another variable which is letter. Sindio?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to define it's a syntax. You have to define it so that it can store the value 0 when you go, so that it can store the index 0, so that when it goes back to call it can give me K, which is the index 0 of the word Kwambok.
Okay, I get it.
No, umeget sasa.
I get.
Kama umeget tu kuni satisfied songe. Get it for your own good. Sawa.
Hapana, nimeget.
Sawa basi. Okay. So tunaenda kwa string length. So string length, it's when you can find the length of the string. It's basically the length of the string. Finding the length of the string, first you have to define again your variable. You can say text. I'm using different variables so that we cannot be confined to one thing like word, age, name, message. We can say hello. So for hello, then you want to find the length, which is length, length is equals to len, then is the syntax, text. So you have to use this len, then you put in between the text so that you can call here and get to number, to give you the count of the length of the string. When you run it, then you call length. You have to call it so that you can know the length of the string, which is 5. So when you come and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hello is 5. The length of the string is 5. A question? Okay. Moving forward, you can also decide to, for example, to print the desired, like in the name of Kwamboka, we can decide like we want to know, we want to print the between index 2 and maybe index 3 or index 5. So you can do this by having print the desired length of string, which is can have here name Kwamboka. We store the value. We first store it. After storing it, then we'll print the name, then the desired, which I told you have to use the bracket, full colon, let's say from 0 to 4. Wow. The reason as to why I used the full colon and nothing before it, it will assume we're starting from 0, 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Question?
What happens if you don't put the colon?
What happens? It will only give you the index 4. It only give you B, which is 4.
B. Oh, yeah. It's
Mm,
only give you
The
specific.
same case here, where we had 0, give us the first one.
So the application. Okay.
So
It's
yes.
okay. It's okay. I understand. I wanted to ask a question, but I don't think it is for tonight.
Okay. Which one? Just ask. Maybe I'll tell you we'll cover it later or today.
Oh, so for example, if you have, let's say, a lot of lists, this application in the line 30, print, for example,
Oh, yeah.
if you want to retrieve a certain name from a list, something like that,
A certain.
will that help? Yeah. For
For
example,
example,
in the name, if you have defined, let's say you have defined so many things, name is equals to a lot of, for example, name, something like that, and you are specific. You want to retrieve a certain specific, so that can it what do you call retrieve more than how many characters? This one is 4, right?
yeah,
Can
this one
retrieve
is.
more.
It cannot retrieve more than the index that the variable is carrying. Like for example, is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it cannot retrieve more than 7. Because sasa itakuwa ina retrieve nini? Blanks.
Oh, blanks. Yeah. Okay.
For example, if you had 9, then you run it, you say you'll get an error. String index out of range.
Oh, okay.
Because it's out of range. But if you add, like, let's say 7, we'll get the last one, which is A. So, yes, question? Yes, Fiona?
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So, when we are trying to find the length of the string, and for example, you have a longer string,
Yes.
so does it count word by word or letter by letter? Or how is the counting?
The counting is letter by letter. Yes, Claire?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the counting is letter by letter because if you count a year, it's 5. They're 5. Yes, Claire?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, you're raised up your hand. Okay. So I'll show you how you can uppercase like a string. So for example, when you're using the name Kwamboka, you'll just come here, and again, can come here, and still come here. I think I'll use it as a draft. I don't know. Then I'll make a nice draft for your notes. Okay. Can have message equals to Kwamboka loves ice cream. So yeah, you run it. Now we're trying to uppercase this information, this string whereby Kwamboka loves ice cream. You can use any, but I prefer using upper underscore message is equals. You can use any. You can say letter. You can say ice cream. You can use any variable name that you want, which is message. You can define it the way you want. Dot upper. Put your curly bracket inside. Message dot upper. And when you run it, Then you'll print upper underscore message. We call it. Then it will become in caps. Question? Yes.
Also, the upper and the lower is for capitalizing the words.
Yeah.
Oh, so upper message.
You capitalize your string.
Oh, string. Okay.
Dot upper. You just use the dot upper.
If I want, for example, if I want to apply the one, let's say, I forgot. Is it the weight or the length? Will it count the spaces?
The length. Yeah, it will count the spaces.
Oh, so it will put like okay. It will say, for example, Komboka. Let's say it is 7. Then it will add one space, which is 8.
Yeah. It will count the space.
Okay.
It will count the space. Up to that point, any other question? Yes.
Okay, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Vanessa.
So I wanted to confirm there is no difference if you use the double quotation or the single quotation.
Yeah, there is no difference.
Okay.
Depends on your preference. You can use it here.
Thank you.
But if you use a double quotation in at the first of your string, then you use a single, it will give you an error. If it's double all the way through. If it's single all the way through. It will still run. Umeona?
Okay. Yes, I've tried. It's working. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? I think time is running out. And you guys, people are going to work tomorrow.
Not even to work. Cooking.
Okay. Hey. Any other question? Saa hatuwezi fika 10. You can't. Because tumekava kitu ndogo sana. The questions have been more. Sinaona stringsito.
Tufike tu 9:30.
9:30. It's okay. We will take long to finish the session. I think you guys hamna shida na hiyo. Instead of the 3 weeks, it will take like 4 weeks. And let's be joining early. At least tukisema 8 ni 8. Sawa?
Yes.
Okay. So you can also use the split function, which is used to divide string into multiple substrings based on the specified delimiter. Delimiter is whereby, see, let's say like a delimiter. Okay. Delimiter is it's like indexing, but it's a little bit different in the sense whereby now, like if it's a comma that is separating that string, you define it in such a way that when that string reaches at the comma, it should split that information. Or if it's an hyphen, it should split at that information. It's same as indexing, but now in this case, it does not output the value that it's in that point, or rather, it splits that string. So, like for example, if we add a message which is I like using hello world, and and we want to split the message. So we split underscore message, which is equals to message dot split. So you use the dot split. So I think you've noted that these methods are being used by the dot upper dot split. Like here we had length. That is the syntax. Message dot split at the space. Now here it's at the space. It will split whereby there is space. Who is this word? Who asked Farah? You asked the question whereby if it identifies the space. Cindy?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, now in this case it will identify the space and it will split the information hello world where there is the space. Okay, when you run it, then you call the split message. It will split for you in this case. If we had an hyphen here, which is our delimiter, we come and define our delimiter here. Our delimiter here is an hyphen. Then we run. Then it will split whereby the hyphen is. Question? Okay. Another example is if we had like a message which says something like hello 3 Python 3 lava, and then we allow to split again our message. Message is equals to message dot split and define your delimiter, which is 3. So at the point of 3 it will keep on splitting that information. Then we call split underscore message. So it will split for you hello Python and lava. Question?
What if you don't have for example, in this time you have a defining point, 3, you're using 3. But if you have a
Give me an
long
example. Give me an example of a message.
Let's say someone is going to the grocery or something like that, but the words are connected. Some words are connected, like 3 words or 4 words. They don't have a second point, for example, where you can observe and split. Let's say John is buying milk, something like that.
John is buying milk.
Yeah.
Like this. John is buying milk. But now they are together.
They are together. There's no space.
There are no space.
Just like, yeah.
In this case, like this one.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes.
Okay. I've not interacted with something like that while I'm coding, but we can try. Okay. Then we are.
Usually some data, for example, when they give you, it has a lot of, I had that problem in Excel, but you have to do manual sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Message dot splitter. Now here, which delimiter do you think we can use?
Maybe we can use
because you have to define a delimiter.
I don't see it.
Can use delimiter S or I.
Yeah, I maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
John is fine.
But it will only split John.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the milk also.
Mona.
Yeah,
so it is splitting where there is I. Have you noticed? Yes.
Even took part the milk. Yeah, I can see the problem.
Yeah. I think for splitting of strings, it can only be done by only that way, because you have to define your delimiter, where is it going to split.
Yes,
So
I understand.
for example, if we had to take let's say S, it will split where there is S. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, we can that by machine learning can do it if you learn
Yeah,
machine learning.
but so you see, this is Python essentials. We are starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for machine learning, you see, you have to train. John is buying milk. You have to train that data. After training it, you'll test it. You'll test and test and train, which is you use the 80 and 20% rule. That way. And of course, hii ni data kidogo sana for machine learning. John is buying milk. Hiyo ni kidogo sana. It will need more.
It will need more for analyzation, yeah.
Na hiyo ni NLP, natural language processing.
Like ChatGPT, something like that.
Yeah, kitu kama hiyo.
Okay.
Yeah, because it will be like an AI. Yes, a question. Salome, yes.
Okay. My question is,
Yes.
can we command in Python to split, like in this message, John is buying milk. Can we command splitting where there is I and also another letter like N, like two at once?
Two at once?
Yes.
Is it possible? We can try. And N. Okay. See, it's giving us cannot be interpreted as an integer. I've not tried it before that way.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll get back to you tomorrow. Because you see, when we are trying to define our delimiter, it's giving us an error, because you have to give a delimiter where it's going to split that string. Sawa, Salome? I'll get back to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Kwani wanakuja sahi? Let me finish up on strings, then we'll continue with sequence types tomorrow. But please join early. Tutakuwa behind schedule. Sawa? Is that okay? Yeah. Sawa, Komboka? Hello?
Hello.
Sawa, Claire. We join early because of time, and I understand some of you guys have to go to work tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll finish up by using the dot replace function, which is used on occurrences such as new substring. An example is whereby you have to demonstrate whereby you have an hello and world, then you have to replace that hello maybe with an hi, whereby you have to edit, let's say. So say the dot replace function is used to replace occurrences 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 for specified for specified maybe a substring for substring within a string with a new string yes. In such cases whereby you have let's say a message, and the message is hello and world, world. It's an error. Yeah, hello and world. And we're supposed to
Are we supposed to define it?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to define it. It's supposed to define your message. And you're supposed to replace the message. So you can say replaced underscore message is equals to message dot replace, which is the function. Which is hello, right? So we are trying to replace hello with hi. Then you replace it with hi. Up to that point, any question? Then you call the replaced message. Yes. Yes. Yes, Farah.
Oh yes, I was. For example, if you make there was an error I wanted to correct, but it's okay. If you get the spelling wrong, for example, replace, you make it something else, will it give you the result or you say error?
Yeah, it will give you the same thing, but make sure when you're calling it, let's say we made, let's first run it. But we've had hi world, and let's say in here you forgot P.
Yeah.
Definitely it will show you down here when you're trying to recall it.
Okay.
But if you don't mind, you can get rid of the P down there, then run it. You still get high. Yeah. Because it's not a syntax. As long as it's not a syntax error and it's a preferable variable name, there is no problem with editing it the way you want it.
Okay.
Yeah. But if it's a syntax error, like for example, we get rid of this parenthesis and we try to run, definitely get an error. It's never closed parenthesis.
So it's always about those parentheses.
It's always about the syntax error.
Yeah.
But with the variables, the way you want to name them, in shida yako.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was to start with sequence types to end at the data type, to end at the key functions, but time is up. We'll start from there tomorrow. Unless you guys have questions. Yes, Claire.
Kindly share the data via email. I wasn't able to download it.
Or the notebook. The notebook.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll share it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Can I save on my side?
Yeah, you can save on your side. Simply you go your file, download .ipynb. Then it will just download. Then you'll have the same information.
I use IPYN. That one.
IPYNB, yes. .ipynb.
Can I open on my Jupyter notebook on the default one on my PC?
Which one are you using? VS Code. Which compiler are you using?
Google Colab though.
Yeah. So after downloading it, you'll come here, file,
the same
upload
file
notebook.
with the one we don't. You remember the first lesson we had? You said how there was a prompt. After that, you write a notebook, then it gives you something.
I don't like using the other one because it's so limited.
Oh, well, this one is more flexible.
This one is so more flexible. As long as you have like a little bit of internet, you can do wonders with it. And you see the best thing with this one, you can just save your copy in Drive. After saving your copy in Drive, Even if you move to somewhere else whereby you've not carried your PC, you can just borrow your PC, log into your drive, retrieve the notebook, make changes, send it back to your colleagues, and life will move on. I prefer this, the cloud way. Or rather, the other one is offline.
Okay, I understand.
It's offline. So may I prefer this one. And in case your machine is not that flexible, and this one will help you because you see there's RAM allocation and disk allocation here. I showed you the other time on how you can change the the run type here, whereby you can select the TPU and GPU. When you're handling like heavy machine learning algorithms, whereby you can take the TPU, and when you're handling algorithms that concern like the gaming, you can take the GPU, which I pre-installed cloud cloud specs to handle such heavy algorithms.
On the top, Malimo, you see where it says RAM and disk. If you
Mhm.
are
If your RAM nini dies out, Isha
no, my RAM
runs
is
out.
like yours is almost one. Mine is 0.8 to 12.68.
It depends.
Or the
You see
system,
this
yeah.
RAM. You see this RAM is cloud allocated. It's not the RAM of your machine.
Or it's cloud, so it shows
Yeah.
the space you have.
Yeah. Now like when it was saying like it was allocating you a space in the cloud whereby you can work. But the danger with this one is that don't let it run out like the RAM and the disk, because your notebook might crash if you don't have the pro one, which is the subscription one, the one that you pay, Pro Plus, Google Colab Pro Plus.
Can you
So
tell
you
me is
keep
how much?
so you keep so you keep like saving and downloading your notebook. In such a case whereby it will crash, you just
Yeah.
retrieve it from your downloads.
The price is not that high, right? Or how much for subscription?
I've never been in a situation whereby I'm paying, so I don't know. But
Okay, no.
it won't be more than, let's say, $50 or $30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa.
Na ni ya yearly.
Oh, ni yearly, yeah. Sasa hiyo iko cheap sasa. Kama ni yearly, if you divide 12 by 50, hiyo ni pesa kidogo. Sawa.
Nitashare hii recording kwa YouTube and everyone will get the recording.
Mapema kidogo.
Sawa. Shida ni YouTube will it always wants to render it in HD, HDR, all that, SD, so that it can favor everyone who is going to watch the content. So like in high definition, it always takes like 1 hour to upload.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'll also share like a detailed nice notebook on the notes. But I hope also on your side you guys are taking notes. So, okay. Let's meet tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.